Well, my story, I think, is an amazing one. I was on the IVF journey for a very long time. I did IVF for 8 years. No success at all. Nothing, not even a pregnancy reading. I did so many cycles, I probably have lost count, but I'm sure it's in the 20s. How many transfers I had within that time, I couldn't even tell you. But all I know is that within that 8 years, I had no results. I was struggling with specialists that I was seeing. I just was at a loss. I then, through recommendation and word of mouth, found an amazing specialist that has offices here at Clayton and close to the CBD in Richmond. I went in, I told the specialist my concerns and had a really good chat to him emotionally, about everything. Emotionally, financially. I was absolutely shattered at that stage, and the specialist was fantastic. He said, okay, we've got a plan. This is what we're going to do for you. So I was booked in, I had all my blood works done again. I had a uterine biopsy done, and I was thinking, oh, okay, what for? Just no stone left unturned. Back to the specialist. Okay, you have a very high level of natural killer cells in your uterus, and what's happening is they're ganging up on any embryo that is transferred into your body and destroying it. And I just thought, thank God, after 8 years of trying with my own eggs, I had 2 donors within that 8 years. They were young, just nothing. And finally, I had a specialist that I felt was working with me and had some answers. So off we went. I still had a couple of embryos left from one of my donors, and we tried, we did the treatment, amazing treatment, pretty intense, but it didn't matter. I just wanted the result, and I was happy that I was doing something different. So went off, and I had a bit of breakthrough bleeding, so I phoned the clinic and I said, look, it hasn't worked. No, you have to come to do your blood test. Anyway, did the blood test, got the call. I was so used to it after 8 years, it was just like on, replay. So finally, I had a pregnancy result. I was just in shock. I was over the moon after 8 years of absolutely nothing and just consistently going on that roller coaster of maybe, the anxiety, just terrible emotional roller coaster that you go on, and you wait for that call. And yeah, 8 years of every single call, I'm sorry, Lisa, it's a negative. And at that moment, when I got the call and I was pregnant, I just couldn't believe it. I was in shock and I was ecstatic, and then and there I thought, you know what? I found the right specialist. This is where I'm meant to be, with this specialist that will research everything and like I said before, not leave a stone unturned. He's there working for you to get that result of a pregnancy. And I phoned my husband and I was just, I was over the moon. I actually feel like I'm going to cry. Words cannot describe that feeling of that phone call when I got the result. Finally pregnant, over the moon, but sadly I miscarried the pregnancy. But I thought to myself, I was truly devastated, but I thought I had a pregnancy reading. I was definitely with the right specialist. I was on my way. So we did another round of treatment. Got the call, pregnant again, and fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Over the moon again. Here I am going from 8 years of absolutely nothing to 2 rounds of IVF with 2 phone calls to say that I was pregnant, and words can't describe that feeling. So on the 16th of January 2012, I had a beautiful baby boy, and just ecstatic. And then I thought, okay, well, I'm in the right place here. I'm at the clinic that is, working, and, I'm getting this wonderful result. Could I try again? So I luckily had one of my friends donate again, and did another round, got the call, pregnant again. And I had a beautiful baby girl on the 8th of August 2014. So now I have 2 beautiful children. So I'd like to share my story with all the women out there that are struggling, giving up hope. It's such a tough journey, IVF. It pushes every single emotional button that we have in our makeup. It puts strain on relationships. Financially, it puts you under pressure. You go on this journey of extreme highs and lows. You just think to yourself sometimes, I don't even know how I'm going to continue. And the feeling of being so out of control with something that you want so desperately as a family, it's almost cruel at times. And I know along my journey, 10 years all up my IVF journey, I went down the track of, oh my goodness, acupuncture, which was fantastic for keeping my stress levels low. I did kinesiology, I took herbs, I saw all these different specialists. And now that I look back, I think, you know what, I wasted my time with certain things, and I should have been doing this and that. But every journey is a personal journey, and you have to make decisions for yourself and your family at certain times. But my advice, or something I would like to share with all the women out there and families out there that are trying to have a baby, is do your research, talk to people. If you're struggling and you've been on this journey for a long time, there's a brilliant specialist out there in Melbourne that will do everything above and beyond the normal course of IVF to help you achieve your family and give you that result that you're desperately wanting. So please ask people, talk to other women. We all know the Good Clinic. He's amazing. I now have a family thanks to this amazing specialist that his only purpose when he treats you is to get you pregnant, and so you can hold that little baby in your arms at the end of the day and you can complete your family. So keep talking and keep researching, and you will find him.